Do you feel stuck? Like you just can't do anything right? You can't get any momentum? Your wheels just aren't grabbing in the mud? This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate. Today I'm going to give you some things that you can do to get unstuck almost right away. So our business is one of momentum. I think you would agree. Our business is one of cycles, talking about the real estate business. And a lot of times this time of year, when seasons change, we're heading into fourth quarter, people feel stuck. And what they normally do is they normally look right away to 2024 and start business planning, life planning for 2024 and forget about the rest of this year because they're just saying, well, this year has been odd. It's been shifting. It's been a different thing. We had to pivot, what all those words that you want to use. But right now, if you feel stuck, like if you just feel like you can't get that momentum back, try these things. Number one, have quiet time. And I know I harp on this a lot in videos, but spend some time alone with yourself, asking yourself some hard questions. Get alone with a pad and a pencil and just write down some things. Or if you're tech savvy, use your phone and an app. Start writing down some things. Dream a little bit. What do you want your life to look like? Start looking at what it could be rather than what it is, but do this in quiet. I recommend doing it every morning. Start with gratitude, start with the things that you're thankful for, and then look to the future. What is it going to look like? Dream a little bit. What do you want your life to look like? Then you can build your business in order to live that way. You know that. You've listened to these videos a lot. You know there's a way. You just have to have the will. The second thing that you need to do is once you've looked at what your future is, you need to evaluate, why am I stuck? What do you think? Number two, evaluate your options. What are the things that you can do in order to get unstuck? Look at why you're stuck, at least in your own opinion. Maybe ask your close friends. Maybe ask your mentors or coaches, the staff that's around you. Why am I stuck? What's your opinion of why I'm stuck? And then evaluate your options. How can I get myself unstuck? What are your choices? Of course, one choice is always to just throw in the towel. Give up, start another career. Start working more hours at the job that you have secondarily to real estate because it's easier. I've always said, if you have a fallback plan, you're probably going to fall back on it. You either need to burn the ships or you need to go back to what you did before. But you need to evaluate your options. One option is to give up and to quit. I hope none of you will do that. The other options are, I need to figure out what I can do to get unstuck. Do you need to do some circle prospecting? Do you need to elevate your social media game? Do you need to do a mailer? Do you need to knock on doors? Do you need to call past clients? There's hundreds, literally hundreds of what we call pillars of business that you can devote yourself to change the tide of the way things are going. But first of all, you got to get quiet and you got to get your mind right before you start moving towards these choices. The third thing that you need to do is you need to look at all these options. This is going to shock you. Third thing you need to do is you need to choose one or two. Don't choose them all. And here's what I would like to say. Don't choose the one that you're least familiar with. Don't say to yourself, this is just my opinion and my recommendation. If your business is stuck and you're not involved in social media, my opinion would be, don't say to yourself, I'm going to now devote myself to social media. In my opinion, if you're not already on social media, if you're not already actively seeking that as a channel or a pillar of business, the ramp up time is too long if you're trying to get your business unstuck. Should you do a long range plan for social media? Absolutely, even if it's very simple. But if you're stuck and you're trying to get unstuck, don't start trying to do posts and videos if you're not already doing those things. Video is another good one. If you're not doing video already, I've been telling people to do video since 2001 when I did my first video. But if you're not already doing video, I'm going to say something different than I don't usually say. Don't start doing it now. Start doing the things that you're really good at. Look back at your past business that you did this year. Like, what have you done already this year? Where has your business come from? You should know that, right? You should have the sources of business. And whatever those things are, those are the things that you need to choose. Just a couple. Maybe you're really good with past clients. Maybe you're really good on social media. Maybe you're really good with mailers and you've just gotten off track. Maybe you're really good with cold calling, or the list could go on and on. But I want you to choose one or two things that you can do to get unstuck. Number 4, what do you need to do? Double down on those one or two things. If you know you're really good at social media, let's pick up the game. If you know you're really good at mailers, let's find another neighborhood. If you know you're really good with your past clients and client events, let's do another client event. Let's do another pop by. Let's add something to it. Let's double down. You've heard it said before that if you go, you're going to get more value from going deep than going wide. And in my opinion, that's true about your pillars or your avenues of business. The deeper you go, the better you're going to be and the more production you're going to have. My opinion is, if you've been quiet, you've evaluated your options, you choose one or two, and then you double down, you're probably going to uncover some business almost immediately. You're going to call a past client that you haven't called before, and they're going to say, oh, I'm so glad you called. Or you're going to mail a neighborhood, and they're going to go, I haven't heard from anybody in so long. Because there's a lot of people that might be stuck. But I bet if you double down on something that you're good at, you do an extra post, or you do an extra video, or you do an extra addition to your mailing, you're going to find some immediate business, and it might get you unstuck. And the last thing that I'm going to tell you, number 5, and this is always my recommendation, other than accountability that I should have added to this list, my other recommendation is do not quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. You just can't. The only way to lose, I've said this before, is to quit. You have to be resilient. You have to be persistent. You have to be positive. You have to be productive. So when you do these things and you make these choices and you say, I'm going to double down in these areas, then just commit yourself. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to continue to do it because I know it works. See, this is the value of choosing something that you're good at. I've seen it work in the past, so I'm going to watch it work again, and don't ever get up. And before you know it, you will be unstuck. This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope this video helps you get unstuck, and I hope it helps you rise up.